Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Well, the weather is really nice today. A little cool because the storms that came through yesterday brought in a cold front, so it's a little cooler than it has been, but still a really nice, beautiful day. But it's not a beautiful day everywhere with everything. I think we're getting to the point that we're just on a World War III watch. I mean, it's every day things are degrading and stuff's happening. It's just minute by minute, and it's not just war between us and Iran and all that kind of stuff. There's also all kinds of financial, economic stuff that's going along with it, which it's all connected. It's all related. I've talked to you about that many times. Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock. Okay, that's a pretty big name, pretty big person. Their opinions carry a lot of weight in the world, right? The largest asset manager, BlackRock, owns everything, right? He stated that the United States currency, U.S. dollar, is at risk of losing its global reserve status to Bitcoin. And he also stated that he's never seen another time in his life that more of the people that he talks to, they're very nervous about the financial outlook for this country. They say it's just not good, and they're very nervous about it. Goldman Sachs has stated that the tariffs that are being put on are definitely going to increase inflation, and dramatically raises the risk of recession. So that's happening. And so the whole, just in the whole financial world is not looking so well. Okay. China, South Korea, and Japan have all stated that they're going to put reciprocal tariffs on the United States. And then today, and I think it's a little strange, but there's stuff behind it. The president stated that he would consider reducing the tariffs on China if China would agree to sell TikTok to the United States. I don't know what the deal is with TikTok. I mean, I do, but I don't. I get it. You know, back in like 2020 or so, Donald Trump was the one pushing to ban TikTok. And then that he switched that around and he wanted to not ban it. And just in the last few months, since he's become president, he's been talking and saying that there's a deal that's already been worked out over TikTok for the United States to take possession or to buy it, or let a private American company buy it. And then now all of a sudden he's trying to wager tariffs to get TikTok. I thought he'd already said that it was kind of a done deal. So that doesn't make sense. But there's definitely things going on behind it. But the point is that things are unraveling quite quickly in the whole just economic world. I believe it was the CEO of Dollar General stated that according to their studies, you know, big companies, they all do all these analytical studies and stuff, that people in America, the majority of people in America, are at a point that they're only able to buy the bare necessities. They're not really able to buy extras. That's not a good place. The housing market looks like it's on the verge of collapsing. It's all looking good. Credit card debt is soaring, defaults, deficiencies in various loans all across the board. Home, you know, revolving credit, auto loans. It's all the worst. Like, the numbers are horrible. And with all these tariffs, it's just probably going to get a lot worse. So that's the financial side of things. The actual kinetic war side of things is also escalating on a daily basis. Today, it came out that Iran has apparently seized a couple of oil tankers over there in the waters. And so that's just going to escalate things. Now, just the other day, Europe seized an Iranian oil tanker. So, you know, it's back and forth. Donald Trump said today that that Yemen and Iran are about to feel pain that they've never felt before. And there's information coming out of Iran through news media that Iran is planning on potentially preemptively striking U.S. military bases because they feel that it's that imperative. They were saying that they feel that the United States is working on an attack plan soon, really soon, and that they've been given the green light, so to speak, to plan a potential preemptive strike against the United States. Straight from the Kalamani, whatever his name is, the head guy of Iran, they were saying that they've been given the order that at the first attack or the first sign of America trying to do something directly to Iran, that they will immediately start building a nuclear weapon. And according to just last week, the Defense Department said that they could have one built in about 7 days. So that's kind of a quick rundown of where we're at just today. And I'm sure there's a whole lot of stuff that I'm not sitting here spending hours and hours trying to collect all the news. I don't have a team doing that. So in just a short amount of time, that's what I found out. And the point that I'm trying to get at isn't so much so what's happening, although it's very serious. It's the fact that every day it's a continual escalation. Now, on one hand, you could make the argument, yes, this is part of the plan to escalate until someone blinks and backs down. That's probably how it'll happen. I think that's what a lot of people might think, but it's possible that that's not how it's going to happen. We have to realize, whether you like it or not, this whole deal in the Middle East between us and Yemen and us and Iran is really backed in a lot of ways by Israel. And Israel claims that they're not going to sit around, they're not going to wait for the United States, that they are planning their own attack on Iran. And the United States doesn't want that to happen. So would the United States do an attack ahead of time to appease the Israelis? It's possible. So the likelihood that this just all kind of goes away, it's not very likely. Donald Trump seems to be very, very driven to follow through with Iran. And it looks like that we could literally be days away from a big attack. And who knows how it's going to play out. If Iran attacks, even attempts to attack, maybe it's not successful, but if they attack a U.S. military base, they're claiming the one that has the B-2 bombers over there. That could easily start a war very quickly. If the United States or Israel attacks Iran's nuclear weapons sites, could easily start a war. Like I said the other day, Russia has already stated that that's a red line. If we or the United States attacks Iran's nuclear sites, then Russia is going to get involved. That's what they say. The president says he's mad at the Russians. He's mad at Vladimir Putin. There's tensions building with Greenland. I mean, it's just all across the board. There's tensions building between us and China. And it seems like Japan's now involved. Not on our side, but against us, at least in the tariff thing. And who knows? Japan and South Korea could eventually side with China. I think Canada will. Things aren't going that well, folks. I understand that some people believe this is all some big, dramatically master orchestrated plan of high level chess that no one really quite understands except just a couple of people. And if it is that, it's probably not the outcome that you think is going to happen. I think that we are headed to a major conflict. And even if war is averted, the economic problems and other things are coming. And the only, war may be averted with Iran. That may not happen there. It doesn't mean that it's not going to happen with China and Taiwan over Taiwan, or the United States and Russia over Greenland, or the United States and Russia and the European Union over Ukraine. There's too many things at play to just sit back and say, oh, none of it's going to happen. It's all going to work out fine. Just trust the plan. Just trust the plan and everything's going to work out fine. There's too many things happening, folks, and it's not looking good. You need to be getting serious. Yesterday we had our big monthly meeting, and the topic was all about gardening, food production. That was the topic, how to maximize your food production. This is the year to do it. You better be maximizing your food production, whether it's your gardens or your sheep or whatever it is, your chickens. You better be maximizing it, because it's going to get rough. It's going to get really bad. And all this stuff that I'm telling you about doesn't include things like all the possible pandemic stuff that's building. I mean, that's also, tuberculosis is on a rise. Measles is at a level that's not been seen in generations in this country. And the H5N1 bird flu is still moving around. In fact, there was an article the other day of how some of these poultry farms where they went in and euthanized a whole bunch of chickens, and last year or something, it's reoccurring. It's coming back. The animals are getting reinfected with it. It's all growing, and it's leading us down a place of very bad times. I'm not going to say collapse, although it could end up in collapse, but very bad times. And you need to be getting ready very seriously. I understand everyone right now is hurting financially, but there are things that you need to put a high priority on: food, ammunition, supplies, equipment, tools, things that you need. Can you purify water? Do you have the ability to have water? Because if you have all this other stuff and you don't have water, you're going to die. It's simple. You're going to die. There's a link down in the description below for Alexa Pure water filters. Very, very good. We have one. A lot of people have them. They're very popular and they work very well. Pretty affordable. But just stuff like that. It's time to buckle down and make some hard choices, hard decisions, because we're about to see some really hard times. Folks, it's time to get your houses in order and prepare yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.